Hey there, happy Tuesday. We're jumping on to do some crafting with some scrap wood here I have here. My husband's been working on a project in the living room and he's been piling all these little pieces of wood in our laundry room. And I thought, how cute would it be to make a little sign? So I thought I would jump on here today and show you what we could do. I'm going to be using this month's designs. I'm just popping on here to make sure we're live and we don't have an echo, so we're good. So welcome. My name is Melanie. I'm the founder of Christian Craft Paper. And today we're going to be playing with a little piece of scrap wood. I've got some transfers here from our, I had to think what month we're in, our December design drop. Can you even believe it's December already? I can't even. I think Thanksgiving messed me up being so late. And then it just rolled right into December. And here we are, full-fledged Christmas. Now, I'm not doing a Christmas project today. We've been doing some Christmas projects. This month's Printable Club and all the designs from this month's club is a different theme. We've kind of moved on from Christmas. We do have a bunch of Christmas stuff still left. We are still crafting with Christmas, but today we're going to go past Christmas. We're going to go into December's theme, which is all things new. So all things new is all about new beginnings, God's restoration, verses and things to do with that. So we've got Isaiah on here. Behold, I'm making a new thing. We have 2 Corinthians. If anyone is in Christ, you're a new creation. We've got some Lamentations in here. His mercies are new every morning. So those are the kind of verses that we're focusing on this month with our theme, all things new. And also it seems to be the theme is all things butterfly as well. So I grabbed, I've got a set of the printables here for the Printables Club. I have got a set of our transfers here. They did finally come in. They're already shipping. Those of you that are in the Transfers Club, you haven't actually seen these on a live because when I did the unboxing last week, I just had, hey Kim, I just had my printed out versions, but I actually have the transfers came in. Again, we're already shipping. So you guys haven't seen these in the on screen yet, but let me show you. Just go this way so that you can see better. The actual transfers, because they just started going out. So I don't think anyone has gotten them left yet. Maybe if you're in California, they might be arriving today if any shipments gone out. But these are the transfers for the all things new. So this is the December club transfers. For those of you who are new, or if you're not sure how it works, this is one of our monthly transfer set. We do release holiday limited edition ones, but this is our monthly transfer club. So right now this is only available to members that are in the transfer club. And so these are the designs they're getting right now because the club for December just started mailing out. So we've got the 2 Corinthians with the butterfly. We've got his mercies are new every morning. We've got tons of butterflies made new. We've got Lamentations on here. And for those that haven't worked with transfers, we'll be playing with this. Hey, Dixie, we'll be playing with some of these today, but I'll show you. Basically, this is the design that you're going to stick to whatever, and then it comes off. It'll be transparent on there. But I'll show you how we use those today. I'm going to be doing some layering. I'm going to be doing some paint and some decoupage. We're going to put transfer on it. I'm going to show you some fun things you can do with the printables. This is sheet 2. Jesus turns broken pieces into masterpieces. These are 12 by 6. If you haven't seen them before, we've got the His mercies are new every morning, the Lamentations, another one here. And then the last sheet for the Transfer Club has the Made New. Again, this one is going to be transparent. So just the design will show. So you could put that on a painted surface if you want to. We've got some verses here. These are some of the words that I'm going to be using today. We've got some other verses here and butterflies and all the fun things. So that is the club for this month. So I'm going to be using some of the wording from these, and I'm going to be using some of the printables. I'm going to be using the bonus sheet for sure. And I'm also going to be using, hey, Elizabeth. I'm also going to be using this background sheet. Now, what's great about the printables is you can print these out as many times as you need. So I actually have 2 sets here because I might need more of the butterflies. And I like to print this. Someone just messaged this in on the shop message. They asked what kind of paper should you print on. I like to print on the 32-pound bright white. It's a thicker paper, so that's going to allow us to do a little bit more. It's also going to help with the Mod Podge. It's easier to work with. It's not as transparent. Elizabeth says these are going to be so fun to create with. I can't wait to see what you guys make, Elizabeth. Elizabeth's one of our super crafty ones. She has tons of projects on there she shares, so I can't wait to see what you guys do. And then I just have, I think I mentioned this before anyone got on. My husband's building a fireplace. Like, it's one of those electric ones that you put like in the wall, but he's building like the whole thing around it. And he had all these 2x4s in the laundry room of just random weird pieces. So I snagged this one and I was like, I think we can make a cute little freestanding sign with it. So that's what I got for my base. Hey, Janice. And so I've got that. And then the printables cup. Other things I've grabbed. I am going to paint it. So I've got my Waverly and plaster. Look what I finally got, you guys. I had to go to Amazon. I got the water pen. I have been checking my Hobby Lobby. I couldn't find it. My Dollar Tree didn't have them. I have these linked. I got them on Amazon. You get like a whole bunch in one set. Like, I only need one. But they're in my Amazon favorite things post on Facebook. So I got that. And then I also got these. I saw another creator use these with the water pen. And I was like, yes, I need them. So these are like tearing rulers. I'm going to show you how to use them. I've never done it before. So we'll see. We'll see if we can do it. But I've got these. So the set on Amazon, it came with 3 different ones. Again, these aren't very expensive. I want to say they were under $10. They're in my Amazon favorite things too. But I thought we'd play with some of those today. So with that, I'm going to scooch all this stuff over. I'm going to paint first, and then we can start cutting and doing all that because we do need some time for this to dry. But I am going to take, just because, again, I just pulled this out of the laundry room, so I'm going to sand it back here. I just want to make sure I don't get like a sliver on me because we got our live Christmas tree last night. And my house smells so amazing. I absolutely love the live Christmas tree. Oh, Kim has the rulers. She says she loves those rulers. Oh, I'm so excited. I hope I can do it. It looked pretty easy. But yeah, so we were doing the Christmas tree last night and I was helping him get it in the house. And somehow, I don't even know how, I like sliced my finger. I don't even know how. So we'll see if I can not hurt myself today. Okay, just making sure I have my glue gun dried. Okay, so we're just going to do a quick coat all around this whole thing here. Again, this is just the white plaster. All right, so who has their Christmas tree up? I know some of you guys have like multiple trees and you've been putting them up since October. We have the tree up in the stand. We had to buy a new stand. Also, so crazy. So we got our tree from Home Depot. We do the live tree. And it was covered in ladybugs. They said this last shipment, because the shipment just came in yesterday. My husband likes to go right when they get the shipment because otherwise those trees are just sitting out in the hot Arizona sun. And I feel like they die faster. They don't last as long. So we try and get them like right when they get a fresh shipment. And like literally they still had the trees on pallets. They hadn't even put them in like the area for the trees. So this is a freshie. And it's super sappy, but it was like loaded with ladybugs. So fun. I love ladybugs. Hey, Angelia. So we just, my husband has this whole process that he does where he like undoes it and then like he sprays it off with water to get all the bugs out, make sure there's no critters in there. And then he hits it with the yard blower thinger. Then it sits outside for a while and then we maneuver it bringing inside. And this thing is huge. I'll have to take a picture of it because when it was outside, we weren't actually sure if it was going to make it inside. It was a little bit of finagling, but we did get it inside. Obviously, I got cut in the process, just a little one, but it sliced me good, whatever it was. But we don't have any decorations on it or anything. No lights, no nothing. We literally just got it in last night, and then it was like homework, dinner. I had one of the girls helping last night. I'll have more of them here tonight, but I was doing orders, trying to get more orders out because we keep getting a ton of emails of where's my order, where's my order, where's my order. So we are a little bit behind in processing. We've caught way up. Over Thanksgiving, we were 19 days behind. Now, a lot of that was the back orders because we had the Sacred Season ornament makers on back order. Those have come in, but now we're just trying to catch up on making the kits that go in them. So we still have some people that have been waiting 9 days for their kits. So we're doing the best we can. Most everyone has been really kind. A couple people not, but I mean, there's always some that just don't understand. One lady, bless her heart, mentioned yesterday, she's all, we're just all spoiled with Amazon. And that is what it is, because it does take us a little bit of time to get everything in. Janice has seasonal trees. Oh, she'll keep it all year and decorate it per season. I love that. If I didn't love the real Christmas tree, we did the artificial tree for years. And then I don't know how many years ago, I think when Parker was old enough not to mess with the tree, we moved to the fresh tree, and there's just nothing like that smell. It reminds me of home because I was born and raised in Northeast Oregon, like on 55 acres. Like we just had like forest. It was considered national forest, so like we owned it, but you couldn't do any clear cutting or cut any trees down or anything without permission. So that's just how I grew up. We would just go to our backyard and cut down we'd just pick our Christmas tree and cut it down. I remember one year, my parents were like so busy. I didn't know what was going on. Like, I'm sure life, when you're a kid, you don't understand, like adult responsibilities, or that you have, as a parent, you have like a million things going on, and like getting the Christmas tree is not the top priority. But me as like a 13, 14-year-old, like it was a top priority for me. And my parents kept saying we were going to get a Christmas tree. We're going to get a Christmas tree. And we kept not getting a Christmas tree. And I think it was almost like the week before Christmas, and we still didn't have a Christmas tree. So I took it upon myself. I grabbed my little brother and I went to get the saw or whatever. And I just went on our property and picked a tree that was a size that I could handle. And I cut it down and I brought it home onto the porch because I didn't know where any of the stuff was or any of the things, but I just know we needed a Christmas tree. So I chopped down this tree and I drag it all up on the porch so that when they get home, we can take it from there, kind of like get the ball rolling. Like, I'm going to help. And I don't know if you've ever cut down like a tree in the forest or gone out in the forest and gotten a tree and then like brought it home, and they look bigger and fuller, I feel, when they're standing out there amongst all their besties. So I get this tree and I bring it home, and my dad, like when he gets home, so the tree's on the front porch, so they pull up, and then he gets home, my dad like looks at the tree and he's like, who cut down the dead tree? And I was like, what? So I don't know if I knocked all the pine needles off of it or if it was partially dead. Like, I'm not actually sure what the situation was, but when you stood that tree up, like in our house or on our porch, it had to be a member of the Charlie Brown Christmas tree family. Like, it was not a looker. It was not a fat, full one. It was like one that had like branches here, branch here, branch here, like just space everywhere. Not enough branches, not very big. it was literally like, I think they called it the Charlie Brown Christmas tree for like years. So that was the last year I tried to help and get like the Christmas tree, but it did get the ball rolling. My parents went out and got a Christmas tree that night and got like a better one. But I'll never forget the Charlie Brown Christmas tree because, yeah, me and my little self thought I was going to do us all a favor and go get a Christmas tree. Didn't work that well. Okay, so we're going to try this. Never used these before. This is what I saw the lady do. So she took the water pen. So I've only used like, I've never actually used this water pen before either. I usually just use a paintbrush and dip. I'm trying to show you in both ways. Paintbrush and dip in water. However, I got this water pen. I'm not, oh, okay. You squish it. Okay, squish it and the water comes out. Also, if you get these, just so you know, these are threaded backwards. So you don't lefty loosey righty tighty. It's the total opposite because I could not get this cap off forever. Megan tried, I tried. We went to go get I had to ask my husband here. He tried and then he's got it off and I was like, "What did you do?" And he's all, "It's threaded backwards." And I'm like, "Why would they do that?" He's like, "I don't know." I don't actually know if we're supposed to do this first or second. So I'm going to go here and I probably put way too much water because y'all know I have the heaviest hand. So basically, this is what I saw her do. Oh, look at that. And it works just like that. Okay. So we're just going to take the water. And I might actually have to do this a little bit more inside the graphic because my wood block is not square. All right, so it gives you like this, basically, you do it this way so you can see. It gives you this kind of jaggedy edge without like, you know how you tear paper and sometimes it doesn't tear the way that you want it. So you can kind of see on this, like the edging. How fun. So this is the one that I used, this side. So let me see where we're at because I probably need to come in on this. Yeah, the top and bottom are pretty much the edge of the design, but the sides I've got to come in a little bit. So I did see an ad on Facebook for a kit that had this in it, but they were using it for watercolor paint. So you could use these for watercolor paint too. Okay, just note, I feel like it works better when you have more to pull, but that's fine. We're not going to get over. I got to figure, okay, I think we're going to do it this way. So I need to, I'm just going to, I think I'm going to just line up this one side so I have more to tear. Okay. So I'm just getting an idea of where I need to tear. And I'm going to do it on the back. So just with me playing with this, I would do the water on the back because I am seeing the water doing some funny things with the ink because I am using a printable. I mean, nothing crazy, but all right. And then we just need to take the little top off here. All right, as I say, I'm not a professional by any means, so. All right, I like how it gives like the rough, jaggedy little edges. So here's what I have. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna decoupage it on here, which I might need to take a little more off. So for this part, I'm just using my fingernails just because I only need it like a little bit skinnier. And this isn't, we don't want it perfect anyway. All right. Just a little bit more, just a little bit. It's like cutting bangs. I might actually just, This is how I end up with jacked up bangs because I'm always like, just a little bit, just a little bit. I think I'm just going to do it with my fingers here. Just because I'm just taking off this little bit here. We're going to sand it too, so. All right, it would help if I stopped messing with the brick. When I saw her do this, she was doing a big design, like if you were doing something this big. So it's probably easier just to do the whole thing than it is something smaller like this. Because I don't have enough to like grab to go down the side. Okay. All right, I think we're good there. And then I'm just going to, I'll file anything that goes over. All right, so then we're going to need our Mod Podge. So yeah, we have all the things going on right now. We had the piano concert last week. We have orchestra concert next week. So it's all of the finalizing of little man's grades and all the testing. It's just so crazy this time of year. And then I feel like this year we lost a whole week because, I mean, I'm sure it's happened before, but I don't ever remember. Oh, Kim says try it without the water. Yeah, maybe the water was a bad idea, Kim. You're probably right. We're going to figure it out. All right, if I was going to do it again, I would do this piece a little. I wanted to see the raggedy edges in it, but it's not working for me. So take Kim's suggestion, use it without the water. I am going to take the sanding to this once it dries a little bit, and I'm going to, I am going to antique it a little bit, of course. So, but it was fun playing with the water pen. I think this would be better for napkins, which I have as well, but. So I have the Dixie Belle Antique in the Besting, Antique Wax in the Besting Brown. So I have that. Also our Antique Applicator Tool. So we have this on the site if you don't have one of those. All right, so we're going to, I'm just going to get the edges off where I've gone over, where I didn't have it cut small enough. And I am going to let this dry a little bit more before I mess with it too much. All right, we're going to put that aside and let it dry. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start cutting out some of my butterflies. Now, I initially thought, I printed 2 of these because I initially thought I was going to use this on the block, but you could use this same technique that we're going to use, that I'm going to use with this butterfly, or with the butterflies, on the same image. So I'll kind of show you what I'm thinking. I got to figure out which one of these. This one has some good ones. Okay, let me get where you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to cut around basically these butterflies. I want the butterfly is what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to, I got my little tiny scissors here. And I was going to pre-cut some of these, but then I was like, I don't have time and I need to go live. Because if I don't go live, then it's going to be like 3 or 4 o'clock my time by the time I go live. And then, you know, I was like, I'm just going to jump on there and we'll wing it. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Do you clean the applicator brush after each use? Teresa, I don't. I just let it, because it's wax, it doesn't dry out. So I just, like you can see it has some dust on it or something. But there's like hardly any wax on it because I use it. But no, I don't. You probably should. I'm like the worst at cleaning brushes. like I have my little pot here that has the water in it. And I realized when I went to go live today that I cleaned it, but my little water pot here, my brushes were all still in there from when I went live on Saturday, you guys. They were still sitting in the water. Now you may have to clean it if you were using different colors. I just use the brown every time. Like if you had brown and black and, you know, then you might want to do that. I'm just going to cut the outside and then I'll come in and cut the detail. But I only just use the brown and so I don't clean it. Also, my husband got me makeup brushes. This is so horrible, you guys. True story. My husband got me makeup brushes. It had to be a couple Christmases ago. And I've never cleaned them. Like they're nice, expensive ones. And then I saw a video of some lady talking about how you could clean your makeup brushes with this. Can't think of the name of it. It's a pink bar of soap. I had to go get it at Walmart. It's super inexpensive. But it's like really good at like getting out stains and cleaning stuff. And so I went to Walmart and I bought the little brush I bought the soap, the pink soap. It smells so good. And I did the whole thing. I cut the little piece off and I put it in the little Tupperware and I cleaned all my brushes and the makeup just melted off. It was so amazing. So yeah, that's the first time I've ever cleaned makeup brushes, like in my entire life. The gold leaves. Oh, the gold leaves some on it. I'll look at the container later. Okay. Got you. Okay, so I am cutting off their little, I don't know if that's their little tails or their little, their tails and their little antennas. Just because like, one, I can't cut that skinny. So I like that one. I'm going to get this big guy over here. I'm going to cut it out first and then cut smaller. Yeah, I can't think of what that pink soap is. I went down the whole rabbit hole of what this pink soap is, and some people use it to do their laundry because it's like non-toxic, but I guess it's like a lard-based, like an animal lard-based soap. It comes in a bar, and it's super soft, like soft cheese. Like when I was cutting it, it was so easy to cut. And I just bought one of those, what is like the condiment size Tupperwares where you put your little like dressing and stuff in there. I just cut off a little chunk and I put it in there and then got all my little brushes wet. Like I'm sure you could do the same thing with these brushes. You know me, I just buy new brushes. But it was amazing. It was like one of those internet cleaning hacks that's like, where's this been all my life? I heard people sticking their brushes in the dishwasher, but I don't know about that. I'm weird about putting stuff in the dishwasher that's not dishes. I'm a rule follower. That's what I'm trying to say. I like to follow the rules. All right, I'm just going to cut out a few of these. I'm not going to cut like a million butterflies because I don't want to bore you. But I want to cut out I probably need a different size one. We'll just do this one because it's already like right there. It's an easy one to get. Okay. You could go crazy with as many butterflies as you want, but I'll keep it like, I'll reel it in here. So I am going to grab some jute here in a minute because I saw the cutest thing with the jute. I need to plug in my glue gun too, or turn it on. Now this one has like a bunch of little like, the butterfly has like, I don't know, little drops and stuff that are coming off, but if you can't cut that thin, okay. I think 3 is good. We could go more, but I don't think you guys want to watch me like cutting out butterflies all day. Okay, let's get the jute. All right, I'm going to get my glue gun heating up here. Turn it on. Okay, so I want to find my design. Okay, this is good here. Well, I'm going to bend those in just a minute, but for right now, we'll leave them there. And then I saw the cutest little thing, which this jute might be a little thick, but we'll see how bad it looks. Hi, Diane. I see you popping in on YouTube. Okay, so we're going to do a transfer over this. Well, actually, let's let's antique it up a little bit first. Okay, so I'm just going to apply some of the wax, and then I'm just going to come through here, and I just want to hit the edges. And then you could do the whole block, just if you want it not to look so new. Oh, I'm like, what is that? It's like a spit wad on the back of that from the water brush and the paper. Again, this is optional. If you don't like the antique look, you don't have to go through and age it up a little bit. Oh, I was just trying to make it look so it doesn't look so new. All right, we're gonna put that back there. All right, we're gonna pick our transfer. And I think I went in a different direction than I originally was thinking. So we have all of these ones that can fit on here, but I also want to leave room for the butterfly. So we could do this one, or even just do it. That might be cute. Might use that one. This one will fit too. This is the other one I thought about using. I think I will use this one. I'm going to use my bigger scissors for this. So with the transfers, you just cut out whichever design that you want to use for the project. And you just want to make sure that you don't cut any of the other designs, but you don't have to cut in any particular place. We're just cutting around the one we want. And then, so that's what we need. And then we just put the others aside. And then the set comes with a tool. I always throw it out. I forget to always show you. It comes with the little credit card tool, burnishing tool, if you want. I always use our precision transfer tool just because this is easier for me with my hands hurt. I don't know if it's my old age or arthritis or what, but my hands are always achy. So this is easier for me to use than that other thing. So this is what I use. So we're just going to peel off the backing, the protective backing, and we don't need that. And then we're just going to go in and we're going to put our design wherever we want. So I'm going to kind of push it towards the bottom because I want to be able to add those other flowers or add the other butterflies. All right, so now we're just going to come through. So this was painted, then we decoupaged on the top of it, and now we're laying the transfer over the top of the printable. Now you could do this without the printables or without the transfer too. I'm just was using kind of a bunch of the different designs. We do have quite a few members that are in multiple clubs. So this is just an idea of how you can use multiple clubs together. All right, so basically we want to find an area where it's ready to lift. There we go. Now each of these things are all separate. So this isn't one giant design. So we have to make sure that each of these lines are down really well before we start lifting them up, or we could lose a piece of it. Same with this, the lettering. I'm like, I don't know why I always pick the hard ones on the videos. So basically we're going to want to work with it. Make sure, there we go. So you don't just want to put it down and rip it off. We want to make sure that the design is attached well. And if it's fighting us or coming off at all, like that little part of that W doesn't want to stick. So I got to get in there and get that down. Or try another angle. Because it might just be like that particular angle is just giving you issues. Also, make sure that your paper is really dry, which they still may be curing. All right, and if all else fails, we're going to hit it with some heat. I'm going to hit it with some heat just to hurry it up because I'm impatient. Hey, Cynthia. So if you have any issues with it sticking, that's kind of a hack too, is just warm it up a little bit. And then we'll come back through here. I need to get this other edge. It's always the lettering that wants to give me problems. I think my paper is still wet on that one side. Because usually it's not this hard to get off. There we go. Okay, now we're releasing. It is a little trickier when you do these mixed media types where we're putting it on, we're Mod Podging and then we're putting the paper, and then it also makes this surface can be a little uneven. So it just takes a little patience. All right, we've got the top of the butterfly. The letters are like giving me the worst problem. There we go. All right, now I'm going to come from the bottom. Yeah, this is wet down here. So I didn't let it dry long enough. That was my fault. It definitely has to have something to stick to, so it doesn't want to stick to the where the paper's wet. Oh, we're good. Okay. So in that case, we can just come in here and push it back down. Am I moving it where you can't see it? Hey, Craft Crazy Company. So also you can kind of see why I prefer the precision transfer tool, because I can get in here where any of these parts where it's giving me any issues. All right, we've got that. Now I've got to just not lose my letters. I am going to hit this with a coat of Mod Podge just because these has given me so many issues here. This is the very first set I've opened, so yeah. Dick Pugsley. Sorry, my dog. My I don't think my Mod Podge was dry. So the Mod Podge is trying to dry to the transfer sheet. So I should have hit this with the dryer more before I stuck the transfer on. Because that's what's giving me problems. Yeah, my paper's wet. All right, we're gonna go and do the back. I'm gonna just rip this off so you can see my paper was wet because I didn't let this dry. That's why it wasn't sticking. So we're gonna do the other side. Don't do what I did. Let's do it without the printable because I don't want you to have to wait for that to dry. So we will go through and do a different one. And then I'm going to do the butterflies on it too, but I just don't want you to have to wait for the paper to dry. So that's what I get for being impatient. I'm going to do this one because it has butterflies in it to show you that it's not that hard to do these transfers because that was ridiculous. But again, it's because the Mod Podge was drying to the plastic. It was drying to the backing. So that's when you're going to want to do the paper. You're going to want to wait and let it sit there for a while because otherwise you're going to have that same issue. But it isn't that hard to apply these because I'm like, that's not what's supposed to happen. So this is just a painted surface. And we'll just catch the edge. Yeah, it's supposed to be like this. It just comes off. My Mod Podge was trying to attach to, and I've done that before, so I don't know why I tried to do a layered thing again on a live video. Like, on a live video that's supposed to be a quicker one. Because I should have known it's not going to have time to dry. I got Megan in there rocking out to the Christmas tunes. Okay, so this is a better example of how easy it is to use the transfers. Not like the back. The back I was having issues again because I didn't let this paper dry. And so it was trying to glue the whole thing right to it. So we're going to pretend like that didn't happen. All right, let's go back in here with the butterflies. Okay, so I am going to see this might be too thick. I'm actually going to undo it because I think the strands are too thick together. Yeah, so I just want this, basically. Just one of these. And I am going to, what I saw, I thought it was so cute, is they looped this around here to make the butterfly antennas. I just got to get it tight enough here. And then I'm probably going to have to cut this down. But you're going to have to do this very carefully because our little paper butterflies are very fragile. But we just want to get this a little tighter. I need like a whole nother hand. All right, I gotta figure out how to get it the way I want it to get it there. There we go. All right, so again, you gotta just be careful that we're not tearing the butterfly as we do this, but once you loop it around like this, this is what kind of gives the butterfly its body because we cut it off, we cut the body off, and then you can just trim these for its little antennas. And then we're just going to bend them a little bit to give them some dimension. All right, we're going to try and do that again. All right, so at first we don't succeed. We try again. All right, this one isn't as fuzzy. I'm trying to figure out if it's easier to do the loop first, maybe, and then work the butterfly in. Let's see. Rather than trying to wrangle the butterfly. The tricky part is getting it tight. Well, tightened, I should say, without tearing the paper. All right, I got one side. There we go. All right, that one worked a lot better because it's not as fuzzy. Just a little bit. And then again, you could, you know, soften those up. So there we've got another one. All right, and then we'll do our last little butterfly. Where did I put the little guy? I think that did work better. All right, so you can either do the loop before or try to loop it around. This seemed to work a little bit better. And then you're just tightening that down around the butterfly. All right, we're getting it. We're getting it. It's going to take a little bit of water. And then I just wound that one back up. It'll dry in a little bit, but. All right, so we have our little butterflies. So now we're going to adhere them to our block here. So I'm trying to see. I think I'm going to do one on the front. And then I might do some like kind of over here on the side. So I am going to apply the glue. All right, so I've got it kind of applied. I don't want it completely flat. I want to give it some dimension. I think I might do, that one's kind of the same color. All right, I think I'm going to go on the side here. So I'm giving it enough glue that I get the paper and the little rope. All right, so far this is what we've got. And then I kind of want to put the other one, trying to get a look for what it's going to look like. I think I might put it right there on the corner. So it's going to kind of look like that. Because the back is white. It's not printed on the back. So we do want to make sure that we don't see that part, but we still have like some and then obviously, you know, you can mess with them a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to redo the thing back this way. So you can kind of see what my little sign is. Now, if we want, we have other butterflies we could use on here too. Like there's this whole little thing too. If you wanted to add some more color to that side, like I almost feel like it needs something over here. We could have used this big butterfly instead of that little one. I almost kind of want to see what those look like on there. Oh, we have these black and white ones too, but they're not really, I feel like because we have color, we should bring in some color. All right, let's do some of these. I'm just going to cut them all off, but I'm not sure how many I'm going to use here. Like I almost feel like I just want this little section right here. These are one of the things that's so fun with these is you can just take what you want and mix and match all your different projects. All right, so we just want to make sure that when we take it, I'm not touching any of the butterflies because otherwise they won't stick. But I'm just going to add these over here because I just feel like it needs a little bit of color or something over here. Now these aren't letters, so they should be a little bit easier. Yeah, they're going to come right off because it doesn't have all the little lines we need to work. There we go. Now I feel it's a little more balanced out. So this could just be one idea for a cute little tier tray sign. Hey, LaDonna, thank you. So again, make sure if you're doing any type of layering with the transfers, you don't have in full transparency this happen. So I'll show it right here. So over here, because the Mod Podge wasn't dry, the actual the cover that the transfer was stuck to was actually gluing to the paper. So that's why that happened. So just make sure you can layer them like this. I've done it a bunch of times, but this bottom sheet has to be very dry. Because this wasn't a napkin, it's 32-pound bright white. It's a thicker paper. It's going to take way longer to dry. So that's something I should have done way before I got on here and then tried the transfer over it. So that's just going to show you what can happen. And again, that's not the first time that's happened to me. So you think I would have learned the first time, but I did not. But that's an idea. So these are the butterflies. These butterflies are from the Printables bonus sheet. And then these are all transfers from this month's Transfers Club. The theme is all things new. I haven't had caffeine yet today, so my brain's still catching up. But that's just one idea with a little sign. I did want to show you because I think I did these for a video. You can do our transfers on this is one of our candles. So you can see, I mean, all the lights are going, so it's probably, you can't see, but this is like plastic. You can do them on glass. You can do them on, here's one on ceramic. This is a coaster. We've done all kinds of things. I was like, I have a whole stack of stuff here. I think I did this for a video, and then I never even showed the video. Here's another one on wood clipboard. Here's a little gift tag. So this is a fun way to do gift tags for this Christmas. Obviously, this isn't a Christmas themed one, but we do have still do have some Christmas transfers left. So they can go on pretty much anything: metal, glass, plastic, wood, paper. We have cards we've done. This is one of the cards from the Soulful Sentiments one, so you can put them on paper as well. And then the only other thing I did want to share is the nativity transfers. These are two of the sheets. I think I used all of the third sheet or most of it. These are now available to the public. So if you wanted, if you didn't get the greatest gift transfers from, if you're not a member, then you can grab these now while supplies last. That'll be the last Christmas drop. Elizabeth says, I like seeing what not to do every now and then. Girl, you know I will always show you that because I'm always messing something up for sure. So yeah, that would be my feedback. Let that dry. Also with these rulers, I do think it will work better without the water pen. I did do it with a water pen and I can actually do it with one of them now. So you can see, we can do one of the different prints. Let me just get all my little stuff out of the way here. I'll put that up there for this month. Let's try those rulers on some of these other sheets. Turn that off. Look at me cleaning up my mess. Cleaning up my mess. Okay, let's try it without the water pen and see what happens. We'll try a different one, no water pen. Now, like I said, when I saw the lady using it, she was getting a big design. She wasn't getting like one of these small designs that have the edge right there. She was doing like a whole big design that was in the front. So let's try one of these other ones. Okay, so we'll just try this one. I'm just gonna go ahead and like rip it. So this is, I don't even know if these have like this jaggedy look inside, the mini jaggedy look inside. And I'm gonna start it off higher and see. Oh yeah, see that? You can tell works better. No water. Okay. We'll continue ripping. I'm gonna flip it to the other side for the rest of the way. Oh yeah, don't use the water. All right, that's the secret. Okay, so you can see we did this jaggedy side here. And then, I don't know if it's easier to see that way or this way. So this is the smaller jaggedy side, and this is, I guess they're all jaggedy sides. This is the bigger jaggedy side. And then we have, we'll do this big one. Ooh, the big one you gotta fight. All right, that's the big one. So you don't even need the funny scissors anymore. Okay, and then we'll do the one on the other side here. Making sure you guys can see. Yeah, I'm just pulling against it and it just, that works. That works much better. This one reminds me of a stamp kind of. All right, what other one? I swear I have. We have this jaggedy. I think that's the one we used. Oh, I got one over here. All right, so we'll do the little tiny one. And I feel like this is kind of fun. All right, see this little one, now I can get that little edge because it's not wet. So it is letting me tear it against it. Although when I got to the bottom, it didn't get, it's not quite as clear. Let me see. I don't know if you can tell. Like this side, it didn't do as defined because I was running out of places to grab. So that's that one. And then we'll do this. The last one is this. Almost looks like teeth. Yeah, the bigger piece that you have to work with, the better, the easier it is. And then this is like the super little teeth. But again, you have to have like enough to grab. All right, this time I'm like kind of pinching it. Okay, that works better. Kind of like pinching it as you go through. Then I got like a pretty defined cut with just a little bit. Show you this way if it's easier. Yeah, these are fun. I would say if you're in the Printables Club, these are like a must because I have these, but they're kind of a pain to work with, especially because you can only cut like this much at a time and then you have to like line it up. And then sometimes the end gets all wonky. So let's try, I have napkins over here. Let's try these with napkins. I feel like I'm demoing something here. Let's try these with napkins. Let's see what we can do. Because I'm just wondering, can we get the same effect? Like, I'm going to keep the 3 plies together. So I'm just going to do, I'm going to cut out this design. Just so I'm only working with this sheet, but I'm going to keep the 3 plies together. I'm not going to separate them because I feel like if I separate them, then it's not going to be enough to like get a good grip. Get a grip, Mel. All right. Oh my gosh, I've got stuff everywhere here. All right, let's try this. Because if this works on napkins, then every crafter needs these. Like, it needs to happen. Okay, so I'm going to come in so that because we have the white border, so I'm going to come in so it's going to actually get in the print here. And let's just see what it does. Now we don't have like the thick. All right, it's not horrible. Like, I like this. This is almost like you would get like a decoupage edge, but more defined. And I kind of like that because the decoupage edge, you know, can go wonky sometimes depending on where the water goes and how you tear it. So that was one of the smaller ones. Let's try one of this bigger one and see if it does any better. Now I am kind of pinching again. Granted, also, this is my first time using these. I'm not like, I don't have the best technique or anything. Okay, I'm kind of in love with this right now. Like, look at, you at least get some control, especially where you're using a square design. Carmen, these are not in my shop. These are Amazon, but I did put the link in my my favorite things. So if you go to my Facebook page, in the top, there'll be like Melanie's favorite things. I think it's like the second one. I just added them to that list, because I knew I was going to share them, and if people liked what they saw, they would ask. And so I wanted to have them up there. Let me do this one that's kind of like, I don't even know, like wonky wavy. Let's see what that one does. I just feel like this is easier when we're trying to get like a square design out of a decoupage napkin. This is like so much easier than... That one was pretty easy. So much easier than using the water pen. So now I'm like, why did I buy water pens? Just kidding. You might not need the water pens. If you're loving this, which I'm loving it, let's see. Let's do the last one. I'll do this little jaggedy weird edge here. The pinching works best for these papers and small edging. Yeah, look at that. So nice. So now, like, after you would do that, then you could just go ahead and separate your plies, which when you do the water, sometimes it's easier, but... And then you've got like this nice edge. Like, obviously these are 4 different edges, but I almost kind of like this one the best. I'm a fan. Highly recommend. I do like the way they make it look better. Yeah, I do too, Carmen. I'm just gonna pop back. I do too, but it's probably like the OCD, like perfectionist in me that doesn't like the messy look, or the, you know, I like it. You'll notice a lot of our designs have like the square. I'll use the whole square when I use it. I won't, like, for example, if I was using this one, I know some people that would just go around here because we've got the blue in here, and then they would just use this. Like me, I would probably use the whole thing. Plus then you think like with the, like, let me just give you some ideas, because I'm just thinking of this right now because it's Christmas, right? I know this isn't a Christmas hymn, but look what you could do. I need to find these so I can sell them, because I'm like a huge fan now. Okay, so we're going to cut this. So we're just using the front. And then I know either A, you could get, what do I have? All right, I'm just making this up on the fly here because I just got excited about these because I just was thinking there's so much more than just squares you could do. So you're not going to get, like, I would probably use a different hem that maybe had a word up here that I would want to be the top. But I want you to just play with me here for a second. All right, I could have done that one better, but we'll do this one so it's better. Okay, so this is like a better edge, but you can kind of see where I'm going with this. How much of that bottom did I need? All right, so I can go right under. Again, I'm just fly by the seat of my pants here. But you could do something like this. I would do it a little bit straighter. Again, I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. But you could decoupage this on. I would do the background different. You could even put like a little stick here or a little something, something. You could make it a little bit smaller and put a little star up here. I don't have any of these things because I just thought of this right now, this second. But that would be fun to do with the hems. Like you could do that. So just making the edges however you want. So it doesn't have to be just a square. And you could even do like multiple of these. Like if you did, granted it's going to be upside down, so that's probably not the best. But I was thinking like you could do multiple trees. Just trying to see if I can give you an idea. Well, we have, what do we have? Here, we can use the butterflies. I know the butterflies don't match, but that's not the point. Let's at least make sure our butterflies are again, just giving you ideas here. Not saying I would make this because none of these patterns are what I would use together. But if you would, that's fine. Don't, just because I wouldn't do it. But I'm just trying to give you like ideas. So you could layer like different mediums, different patterns, and make like a whole cute little forest thing on here. Like how cute would that be? So fun. So I'm gonna have to play with these again because now I got all kinds of ideas. I need to make a little tree sign, but I got to get the right patterns that I want. I might have to dust off some of the Christmas ones that we had from last month because these are perfect for trees. You can get all different sides. I would use a different edge for each one so that you can do that. These could also not be just trees. These could be mountains. Make them a little bit wider. They could be mountains, and then you could have Faith Can Move Mountains. Faith of a Mustard Seed Can Move Mountains. That would be super cute. So many things that you can do with those. But I will wrap up today. I just wanted to jump on and do the quick little sign if you are just catching the in or just jumped on. This is what we made. This is with the butterflies or with the printables. And these are from the Transfer Club this month. And then you'll have to go back and watch the beginning where I messed up. You can do multimedia. You can layer over Mod Podge. Make sure your Mod Podge is dry or this is what happens. My Mod Podge wasn't dry and so I couldn't get it off. It wouldn't stick. So this was before and after. So cute. Again, the theme from this month is all things new. And the clubs, all 4 clubs are open. So we have the Printables Club. We have the Napkin Club, which is just the napkin. We have the Transfers Club, which you saw. And then the project we're doing this month, here in the Kit Club, is the canvas banner with the little fabric banner. That is the project that we're doing in the full kit club. So fun, and I can't wait to make another one of these. Ooh, because if you have these, this is going to be so fun. I'll have these now, so when I do another napkin, I can use these to make the edging, so I get a nice edging for this banner. So perfect. I can do it. I'll wait. I'll hang that up after. But yeah, so that's it for today. I will be back on, I should be back on Friday to do some live shipping. I should be back on Friday for live shipping. I usually do that in the morning-ish. We are now on, well, we're Arizona time, so we're on our own thing. We usually, half the year we line up for Pacific, and then the next half the year we line up with Mountain. We line up with Mountain now. So it will be 9, 10-ish on Mountain time probably when I get on, and I'll do some live shipping. Other than that, I'll be back on next Tuesday for some more live crafting. If you are a member, I'm still getting together the bonus project for this month. I need to have that email. My goal is to have that email sent out by Friday. So check your email on Friday, and also in the group, I will put the bonus project materials that you'll need that I'll be using. So you have those. And I don't know if there's going to be a kit or not for that because I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm still looking. So I'll figure it out. We're still just trying to keep up on orders right now. So as always, flying by the seat of my pants. But thank you so much, Angelia. And that's it for today. So thank you all for joining and watching. And until next time, happy crafting.